Hey, what's going on? It's been a while since I've gone live. I've been behind the scenes doing some things, been speaking, traveling, visiting family, getting excited because it really helped me get back to some of the things that I really love, and which is, talking about leadership, talking about clarity, talking about really unstoppable belief. And so, what I wanted to do is I wanted to bring things back into focus. So, unstoppable belief begins with clarity, and clarity unlocks confidence. Now, I would love for everybody that's listening to this to just have unshakable confidence. And that the honest truth is that we all don't have that because of some things that have been said. And why does that happen? Most people fail because it's not because they don't have potential, it's because they somewhere along the way they lost the clarity in who they are. You've been told what to do, how to do it, maybe the things that you can and can't do. And so, what I want you to know is you need to be clear in who you are and what you do. And then everything will change. You move differently, you show up differently, you start to believe differently. Now, this became evidently clear this past week when I was sitting down courtside watching my oldest son play the sport that he loves. There was four lessons that I got away from watching him play, and it's things that I share in my book, but it really became evident as I was watching him do what he loves. And so, what's interesting is that there's something powerful about watching people, walk in their purpose, do the things that they're passionate about and love because they show up differently. When you think about certain things and you do things a certain way, it's very interesting how you may show up, right? And so when I was watching him and I watched him do what he loved, there's two different iterations of this. One, when you do something that you're passionate about, you don't do it for attention, validation. You simply do it because you love it. As I was watching him, I started to notice a few things that went beyond the sport of basketball, beyond the game. And it really was just a great reflection of life. And so I wanted to share these lessons with you because I think they're really important in understanding the power of unstoppable belief. The first thing is, love what you do. You have to love what you do. Nobody's gonna want it for you. Nobody can make you care more. It doesn't matter what people have said, the limiting beliefs that they've cast on you, the doubts that have been spoken. When you find that thing that makes your heart come alive, I want you to chase it. Follow it until you come alive, until you are fired up every day to do what it is that you've been called to do. You have to love what you do. The second thing that I really enjoyed is remember why you started. Sometimes we start things because maybe somebody doubted us, maybe we want to prove somebody wrong. I will tell you both of those reasons are wrong. What you want to do is prove yourself right. Start out by making yourself proud. Because whenever the excitement of proving somebody wrong or proving yourself right fades, there's still going to be that thing. So you need to show up because you want to, because that's something that you've been called to do. It's so important that you understand that most motivation won't last because you're trying to prove somebody right. It's when you're walking in the purpose of what God has called you to do that motivation, consistency, that passion, purpose, all of those things come to the forefront, right? Because you're passionate about something, because you believe in that so strongly that nothing's going to stop you. The third thing that came to mind was, why do you do it? Do it for you. I'm telling you, this goes back to why you started, but you have to do it for you. When the lights go off, when the music stops, when the pain of fatigue sets in, when the thousands of hours are pounding and pounding and pounding. When you're practicing, it's been said that 10,000 hours makes you a master of your craft. And so when those hours are piling on top of each other, when you're having to, get up early, to stay up late, to practice, rehearse, to get ready, are you excited about doing it when nobody's watching? Are you excited about doing when the lights go out? You have to keep showing up because you love it, because life is for more fulfilling when you're doing it, because deep down you've been called to do this thing. The last thing that I want to share with you that I watched and I was excited about is you have to live life fully. Watching him play, He had a rough game the first game. Then he had a second game, and he was really hard on himself. And I had recently talked about this. Listen, we have to give ourselves grace. And I know that he got that habit from me, and I've been trying to help him get over that, overcome that. I've had conversations with him, and listen, I've had talks where I felt like, man, I let the crowd down. And then I had to remind myself that what I had to say was said in that moment. And maybe it wasn't my best, or maybe it didn't feel like my best. But what I needed to do and what needed to happen happened in that moment. And so what I'm telling you now is you have to live life fully. He came back the very next game and had a phenomenal game. But it's because he decided to move forward and live in the moment. You have to live in the moment. Don't shrink. Don't step back. The world needs what's inside of you. And I'm telling you, when God has called you to rooms, you need to show up and you need to do what you've been called to do. And that's super important, because oftentimes we shrink based on timing, or maybe we felt like it wasn't our best. Give yourself some grace. Keep going after it. Keep getting after it, because that's what's needed right now in this season. Now, I'll tell you what. This is what clarity does. It brings things into focus, and clarity creates momentum for you, and it's going to give you the focus that you need to get to that next level. When you know who you are and you stop wasting energy on who you're not, you stop second guessing and you start moving forward. And that's what I want for you. I want you to move forward. I want you to stop chasing everything. I want you to focus on what really matters. Belief, right? You need to develop that unstoppable belief, because that belief is going to fuel your endurance. It's going to sustain you. It's going to motivate you. It's going to inspire you. It's going to keep you going. It's going to help you overcome tough obstacles, and it's going to help you show up even when things get tough. Even when the crowds are gone, even when the results aren't instant, you will keep showing up, because unstoppable belief is something that's birthed inside of you when you start to walk in your purpose. You know you're meant for this moment. One of my mentors, he has this written on his jacket, and he says, built for this moment. You are built for this moment, but you have to step up. Unstoppable belief begins when you see yourself not through your past, but through your purpose, through who you've been called to be. So I'll ask you one question. Why do you do what you do? I want you to answer that question today. It might be because there was a fire that got lit. And it might be, if you don't have that fire, you need to rediscover it. I need you to have that clarity, because once you see clearly who you are and who God has called you to be and what he's placed inside of you, nothing can stop you from walking it out. And so my goal for you is to understand the power of unstoppable belief. Get your copy today.